Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So this, as you can tell by the title, is a tour, basic tour and review of the Norwegian Star cruise ship for right now it is day 11 of a 12-day cruise. So I think I've been on this ship long enough to give you a fair review of it. I've also done other Norwegian Cruise Line cruises in the past. This is the third one I've been on. I've been on the Norwegian Jewel, I've been on the Norwegian Epic, and this is the Norwegian Star. I've been on it for 11 days. We're doing a 12-day cruise from Reykjavik, Iceland, over to New York City. We'll be in New York City tomorrow morning, and we've been to 5 different countries on this cruise, 8 different ports, and the ports were awesome. That's the main reason I took this cruise to begin with. But what I'm going to do here in a minute is I'm going to walk around the ship a little bit. I'm going to cut out all the fluff and like hallways and stuff like that. I'm only going to keep in the important stuff that I think you should know if you want to cruise on the Norwegian Star, kind of what to expect. All right, so let's do a quick tour of the stateroom and we'll start the tour. So I'm in room 5635. You can have the do not disturb, turn down the cabin, make up the cabin, and welcome. There's a key card access, and the room is pretty small. Even if I zoom all the way out, you can kind of see around. Got a shower in there. Decent sized bathroom. I have no issues with any of that. They bring fresh towels and everything every day. They make up your room every single day. Every room has climate control. There is a closet space. I have everything packed up now because we're getting off the ship tomorrow, but there's plenty of shelf space. There's a safe here. All the basic stuff that your stateroom would have on any ship, I think. The voltage. They have 110 and 220 volt receptacles here. Here's where the cruise was and where it's gone. Right now we are almost at the end of our cruise. And yeah, pretty good stuff every day on the cruise. I don't know about other cruise lines, but on Norwegian, every day you get one of these. Kind of gives you a rundown of what's going on the ship, what to expect at the port. There's all kind of sales pitches they give you as well, but they're all overpriced. Same thing with the excursions. I mean, you could do excursions if you want, but I personally just go geocaching. That's kind of like a free excursion. So we'll go ahead and walk around the ship. I'm not going to show too much of the hallways. Like I said, you've seen one hallway, you've seen them all. I'm just going to show the important stuff that I think you should know on the ship. So on the ship, here's kind of the layout of everything. The main floors are going to be 6. That's where you have your casino, some restaurants, the guest services. Oh no, that's on 7. You have the theater entrance, some other things. 7, you have more restaurants, the guest services, the proof whiskey bar, shore excursions, the grand atrium, all that. Then you got staterooms from 8 to 11. 12 is your garden cafe. You'll be going there every single day. The library, I've been in there once. There's arcade, other stuff. I really didn't go to any of that other stuff. Pretty much I stuck to the garden cafe and Topsider's Bar and Grill. That's like the outdoor restaurant. Up on 13 you have the steakhouse and a few other things that I never really went to. So mainly you're gonna be on 6, 7, and 12 really. On the 6th floor is the Aqua restaurant, and also down this hallway is the casino. We can't actually film in the casino, but that is the casino down there. The Aqua restaurant's not bad. I was actually in there, but I do have some things to say about that towards the end of the video. Here's deck 7. So on deck 7, you can access the outside. Got to check this out. And this goes all the way around. And here's the grand atrium. This is guest services in the grand atrium. Got your elevators. There's a Starbucks right there if you like Starbucks coffee. They always have musicians and guitar players and stuff right here. So if you go through this side, this is like the photography place, and the Bliss Theater is at the end. Right over here on the other side, we have the Proof Whiskey Bar. And if you go through, it brings you to the Bliss Theater as well. The Bliss Theater is like a small theater, but they have all sorts of events there throughout the cruise. All right, so now we're gonna go up to the 12th floor. That's where the restaurant is. And this is like the main thing that I wanted to show on this video. So we'll see up there. There's 4 elevators. All right, we are on floor 12. We're gonna check out the Garden Cafe and kind of show the food, and I'll explain after.
Also the green one, it's yeah.
That's a long time before you get to practice.
Hey, Johnny. How you doing, man?
Shane, I'm so glad we got to meet you.
Yeah, me
When
too.
we get off work, off the ship tomorrow, I'm going to subscribe.
Okay. Awesome, man. Have a good one, man. that's what I wanted to talk about, was there in the Garden Cafe, right? So it's a little windy out here. Hopefully it's not too bad. What I can say about that is I would say 50% of the time that I go in there, there's no room to sit down. You have to really be there early in order to get a seat, especially by the window. The food quality is like a 5 out of a 10. I remember on previous cruises where on Norwegian, where the quality was way better. I think since 2020, the quality of the food has been probably cut in half. I think they're cutting costs, that's the problem. And then also the room, walking through the line, there's hardly any room there to walk by other people. I've been on other cruises like the Norwegian Epic, and there's a lot more room to walk by people. That food on the floor, that's the first time I've actually seen that. Maybe the second time in 2 weeks, so whatever. But all right, let's keep walking around and we'll finish up the video. This is Topsider's Bar and Grill. I actually enjoyed it, but I actually really enjoyed it. You can sit out here. There is extra seating out here. I've actually never had a problem finding seating out here. Of course, up in Greenland, nobody wanted to sit out here. It was freezing cold. So everybody was trying to fit into the Garden Cafe. So we'll go ahead up here. I think this is the 13th floor. We'll just look around a little bit. It's really windy, so you won't be able to hear me. There are 6 hot tubs, 4 here and 2 in the front. This is a jogging track that goes all the way around. I believe there's another bar right up here. And this area is not always accessible. Get a better view up there though. Alright, the pool and everything is right there. Just walking this way towards the back of the ship. I believe there's a golf thing right there. Basketball up here. It's like chess, ping pong. You know, there's a few things to do. I didn't actually do any of that, but it's here. Here's the 13th deck, the back of the ship. There's a bar here and 2 more hot tubs. Also a fitness area over there. All right, I forgot to show on 7. There's actually a lot this way. Hey, Jeff.
How you doing?
Jeff is our cruise director. So right here, this is the Ginza restaurant and teppanyaki, which is like a pay-to-eat place. They have the whole hibachi thing back there. Down here's another another bar. Ginza is free to eat. It's actually pretty good. I was in there. Here's the tax and duty free place. get merch from the different ports. You can even get little Norwegian Star ships.
Entonces solo tiene que cerrar los ojos y comprarlo, porque si la pieza no la compra.
And if you're into jewelry and fancy watches, they have that too. They do have some Rolex stuff, but it's not warranted by Rolex. So, I mean, they're pre-owned. So that's up to you. And then right here is the Stardust Theater. Looks like the doors are closed. Otherwise I'd show around in there. I'm not gonna try to open it. But it's actually a pretty big theater in there. It's pretty impressive that they have that on a boat. All right, so the main reason I booked this cruise was because of the itinerary. It was supposed to be 10 different ports, 5 different countries, and 12 days. So we got the 12 days, right? But the thing is, about a day before, maybe it was 2 days before the cruise actually even started, while I was still in Iceland hanging out, I got an email from Norwegian. It said that the itinerary has been updated. They're canceling the 2 of the ports in Greenland that I had pretty big plans for, and also 1 port in Iceland that I also had really big plans for. And so these 3 ports were canceled, and they replaced those 3 with Nuuk, Greenland, which at least we still got to go to Greenland. But I hadn't planned for that. And the main reason I chose this cruise wasn't because of the ship. I didn't even look into the ship, to be honest. I just wanted to visit these places. And I thought, well, I mean, you know, I've been on cruise ships before, and I wasn't expecting luxury or anything like that, but I was expecting better food. But we'll get to that in a second. I want to stay on the ports for a minute. I had contacted customer service after I got that email and said, you know, I basically planned this entire trip around specifically the 1 port in Iceland that they had canceled, and there was nothing that they could do about it. Nothing. No onboard credits, no refund for a different cruise at a different day, nothing like that. Nothing was offered. I was kind of stuck going on this cruise, even though my most important ports were canceled. So, I mean, just starting off the cruise, I didn't like that, right? I mean, I don't think anybody would. And if you look up online, just type in Norwegian Star Antarctica, February 2024. Basically, the ship revolted against guest services because they had canceled Antarctica halfway through the cruise, and it was not weather related. It had to do with them saving gas, and they even changed the itinerary name after they had boarded the cruise. They just took Antarctica completely off of it. So, and people had paid a lot of money for that. I'd be really mad. I mean, you know, paying that much money, it's like a once in a lifetime trip. Taking all that time off of work, you know, most people can't get that many days off of work in 1 year. Some people, it takes 2 years to save up that many days to get off of work. So, and that was on this ship. So I didn't know about that until I started looking up Norwegian Star cruise itinerary change, and I saw that. I found it on YouTube. But, you know, that kind of started off on the wrong foot with this cruise. And then, you know, I've been on this cruise for 11 days, and I'm not complaining at all, really, because it was an awesome cruise. You can't complain. It was really cool, all the different places that we did get to go. However, being on a ship for this long, you just start noticing the little things that could be better, and that's what this video kind of is, to kind of let people know what to expect. So the Garden Cafe, which is like the #1 place to go eat, they have food there most of the time. I don't want to call it 24/7 because it's not. But most of the time, you can go up there and get some food. There's always something to drink up there, whether it's orange juice or coffee, iced tea, stuff like that. It seemed like Norwegian, the cruise line, has cut costs on the quality of the food that they're serving. Because, like I said before, I was on other cruises, and they were pre-2020. This is the first cruise I've been on in like 5 years, since after 2020. And the quality is just so much less than it used to be. I remember the cakes being like really heavy and rich cakes. Now they're like just like flavored whipped cream with like they were actually bad. I didn't even want cake, you know. Who doesn't want cake? But I didn't even want cake here. Some of my favorite foods, I guess, on this cruise, I mean, the salads were okay. They were a little bitter. Like, you know, you got your lettuce, but it had like a bitter taste to it. Breakfast, they did have a short order cook there that would cook eggs for you. So if you wanted like 3 eggs over easy, they could do that for you right there, which was kind of cool. I got that 2 or 3 times. They always had toast and butter and bagels. So that was pretty good. You know, all your basic stuff was there. But just know that the quality, if you haven't cruised since 2020, the quality is not going to be the same. At least on Norwegian Cruise Lines, that's what I'm on. And I thought that was important to share with everybody. As far as entertainment goes, they had a casino. I didn't do good at the casino. Next time I'm not coming to the casino. I never do good at casinos. Like if I do, it's like I'll do like one hand of roulette or something, like one, you know, put money on black. Usually I'll get it on the first try and then I'll quit. But this time I put money on black, I lost it. Then I doubled down on black, I lost it again, thinking that I was gonna be smart and beat the house, but I didn't. So I won't do that again. They have all kind of slot machines in there. The Stardust Theater, that was actually pretty cool. They had a pretty good comedian. They had some pretty good, I mean, when I say pretty good, they're way better than anything that I could ever do. Like they had some acrobats and stuff. It was really impressive. The comedian was hilarious. And the cool thing is when you're walking around the boat, you can actually see these people like walking around. It's like, hey man, good show, you know? And they're with you for the whole 2 weeks. So anyway, I don't know if I want to talk about anything else. I think another thing was the organization getting on and off the boat at the different ports. So for some of the ports we had tender boats, other ports we just docked and we got off directly off the boat onto land. When there were the tenders, which is a little boat that takes you from the ship over to the land, the lines could get pretty long, especially like trying to get back from St. Pierre, France the other day. We waited in line for at least an hour to get on the tender. We just stood there in the baking hot sun. And so they could have, like, I think they could have used more tenders, even though I think they were using 5 of them. It still took a long time. In Newfoundland, there was a big wait, like an hour and a half trying to get off of the boat into St. John's, Newfoundland. So that's just a couple other things that I remember off the top of my head. And after I finish this video, there may be other things that I'm thinking about, that I think about, that I will update down in the top pinned comment, anything else that I can think of. And I would like you to also comment if you've ever been on Norwegian Star or any other Norwegian ship and you had good or bad experiences or things that you wish that they could change to make it better for everybody, or if you've noticed a difference from 2020, pre-2020 and post-2020. If you notice any differences that I forgot to mention here, leave a comment down below and I'll probably agree with you if it's something that I totally forgot about. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like these cruise ship review videos, I do plan on doing more because I did purchase more cruises for the future. So I'm like 3 cruises back, so I have like 2 more to go. So if you like this cruise review video, hit the thumbs up button. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.